As we continue to follow the MV Barima disaster, we want to let you know that search, rescue, and recovery crews are racing against time to find survivors before it's too late. After 4 days battling those treacherous tides on the Atlantic Ocean, it would be a miracle to find survivors. Knowing miracles can happen, many families are still clinging to hope. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Mark Phillips says local authorities intensified the search on yesterday, July 21, 2026, following the location of the capsized vessel.
Following the confirmation of the coordinates of the MV Barima wreckage yesterday, search, rescue, and recovery operations have intensified significantly. 16 state and private sector vessels are currently deployed within the wreckage area, while the designated search area has been expanded by an additional 400 kilometers square. 400 square miles. Right, 400 square miles. Yesterday I know we gave you figures in kilometers square, and I have 400 square miles here. Extending to Guyana Point. And what this means is that we are now searching an area of 2,100 kilometers square, right? And that area is extended as far as Guyana Point. The whole aim is to maximize the likelihood of locating any remaining persons who are alive out there.
The intensified operation led to the location and recovery of 26 bodies yesterday alone. As at 7 p.m. on Monday, July 20, 2026, only 27 bodies were recovered based on official press statements. The major recoveries made yesterday pushes the total number of bodies recovered by the end of yesterday to 53. This marks a major jump from the slow pace at which the search and rescue and recovery started off. The major success in finding so many bodies in one day may be a sign or a significant clue that many passengers were still on board when the vessel sank on that fateful night of July 18, 2026. Here's more from Guyana's Prime Minister, who provided some more details of yesterday's recovery success.
As a result of ongoing verification, we've recorded 76 persons that were rescued as at 1800 hours today. Okay? We went through the verification exercise, and that is the figure we're working with, 76 persons. A total of 53 bodies have been recovered as at 1800 hours. 53 bodies. Of the bodies recovered, 26 have been positively identified. The French and local divers continue to conduct underwater search and recovery operations at the wreckage site. And I said search and recovery here because they went into the wreckage with the hope that if anybody was still alive there, they could have rescued them. Unfortunately, after searching the wreckage, nobody's alive there.
One might say a little too late. Passengers who are also eyewitnesses and survivors stated that the vessel started to capsize around 10 p.m. when many people were already asleep. One survivor says rescuers arrived at about 5 a.m. the next morning, approximately 7 hours later.
10:20. Me have me phone in my hand, so I just been check the time. And it's getting up for call me son when I see everybody just brace down one side, all the people running down.
So the incident happened around 10:30 p.m. And what time?
7 o'clock. 5 in the morning. First we see a plane, and then they shoot the no. Me know it's one. I play everything. First we see the plane and we there and then after the plane, well, it's then me know much hours then take for come afterwards. Because we even seeing the light of the boat and nothing.
Fast forward to yesterday, Tuesday, July 21. By morning of July 21, It had been more than 3 days since the first distress call came in, signaling to the command center that the MV Barima was in trouble. Is there a record of the transcript of that distress call? What about the black box? Was the vessel equipped with a black box? That device, if it exists, would have critical information about the final moments before the ship capsized. Let's talk about the people making all of this possible. All of the local fisherfolks who helped direct rescuers. According to a newsroom report, these 5 young men, as seen on your screen, played a key role in helping to find survivors. The article referred to them as the men who read the sea and found the MV Barima. The article reveals that they were the ones who located the Bereimma and then called in the professional rescue team. This made it easy for local experts from the armed forces and foreign diving units to intensify their recovery mission at the location of the vessel. We understand that a dive crew from French Guyana is playing a crucial role in helping to increase the potential to find and recover as much remains as possible. Prime Minister Phillips also disclosed that more help is on the way.
Additional support from the governments of Trinidad and Tobago and Brazil is en route to Guyana. Personnel from the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard and the Brazilian Navy are expected to arrive tomorrow to reinforce the ongoing search and rescue operations. The Maritime Rescue Coordination Center remains fully operational, and search, rescue, and recovery efforts will continue until every reasonable effort has been exhausted.
We continue to keep the survivors and families impacted by this devastating tragedy in our prayers.
The government of Guyana extends again its deepest condolences to the families who have suffered unimaginable loss and remains steadfast in its commitment to supporting them through this difficult period. His Excellency, President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, has today announced 3 days of national mourning. We ask the nation to continue to keep those affected, their loved ones, and all personnel engaged in these operations in their thoughts and prayers as the search, rescue, and recovery continues.